Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this webinar, perhaps a virtual class of 45 minutes on how does one look at productivity? How can we be more productive individually and collectively? Anchored on the path-breaking discovery of Dr. Meredith Belbin. My name is Ravi, and I run a company called CERT India, which is an evangelizer of Belbin, which looks at Belbin as a way of looking at how one can change the way one thinks, one can change the way one works, and one can change the way one lives. So how can we be more productive individually and collectively? This is part of the Belbin Knowledge Series as a contribution to the HR and the leadership community in India that CERT India wants to add value to. So let's begin the webinar. How can we be more productive individually and collectively? I'm going to use a lot of chat box. So kindly turn off your speakers, mute your phones, and also mute your videos. And I'm going to ask you to do some exercises, maybe short 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So it's going to be very engaging. It's not going to be something where I'm going to be just standing and talking to you or sitting and talking to you. All right? Okay, guys, let's just get going. How can we be more productive individually and collectively? All right. Let's look at what enhances productivity. As a manager in an organization, as a leader as an organization, as an individual in an organization, what actually contributes to productivity? Number one, of course, is knowledge. The knowledge of a subject, the knowledge of an area, the knowledge of a domain, the knowledge of a process adds to productivity, enhances productivity. Of course, skills add to productivity, no doubt about that. And the right way of doing something, the process adds to the productivity. Am I doing in the right steps? The right way adds to productivity, enhances productivity. For anything to become productive, I need the use of tools. I can open a bottle without a bottle opener, but if a bottle opener, I can do it effectively without spilling, faster, more efficient, and I can open several bottles quickly. So tools improve productivity. And of course, when I want to be productive, the place I work, the place I'm engaged in must provide an enabling environment. So knowledge, skills, process, tools, and an enabling environment actually contributes to individual productivity. And of course, organizational productivity. There's one more thing which is missing here. I haven't put it anywhere here. I got knowledge and skills. I left a little blank over there. I'm just going to ask you a 10-second task. Could you just think, what could be an additional factor which can enhance productivity? Just 10 seconds, just chat and send your messages. Oh, attitude. I like the word attitude. Sai Kumar. Sham Sundar also talks of attitude. I'm just going to make a little twist on it shortly, both Sai and Sham. Teamwork, Deepak. Behavior, Yogesh. Okay. Ownership. Then right. Fantastic. One more, maybe a couple of more seconds. Anyone else wants to just send in a word? Entrepreneurship, spirit, accountable. Wow, that's lovely words as well. That I'm going to make it very simple. Subject understanding. It's a bit like knowledge. Teamwork, all right, okay. You can send all the messages to everybody so that all of us can participate nicely. Great, I think we've got some fantastic answers coming. I'm going to make it a little simple, probably a little boring as well, but so simple, so elegant. I would like to call that the job and the individual fit. Is the individual and the job fitting in? Is a perfect congruence to both? Am I doing what I'm good at? Is a job asking me to do what I'm good at, what I can become damn good at? The job and individual fit. Sham used the word, Sai used a lovely word called attitude. I'm going to change that word a little bit, maybe about 20 minutes from now, and let's see how that can add a new dimension to that. So the job and the individual fit can really make a big impact on productivity, all right? That means productivity has an interesting element of the individual and the job fit. Awareness of Belbin team rules can provide pointers to help enhance productivity. And I'm going to look at two kinds of productivity: individual productivity, personal productivity, and the organizational productivity as well. Belbin team roles. How does it help? What does it do? I'm just going to quickly sum up and give you in a gist the path-breaking concept, tool, power, discovery of Belbin team roles. Part 1, Belbin team roles. All our knowledge series are built on the foundation of Belbin team roles. Part 1 is help you to have a little more deeper understanding, a little more deeper insight of Belbin team role, and Part 2 will build on the foundation to see how it can be specific to an area for improvement, an area for development, an area for enhancement, in this case, individual and organizational productivity. So Part 1, Belbin team roles. Meredith Belbin described team role as one aspect of two critical roles in life. All of us have got two roles in life. One is your functional role, the job one does. I could have been a HR executive. I'll probably become an assistant manager HR. I can become a business HR. I can be a recruitment. I can be a sales manager. We all change our functional roles. Functional roles keep improving, keep changing, and that's part of growth and that's part of development. They ought to do, they must do. But there's another team role, another role which is intrinsic to us, which is internal to us. Functional role is on to us. This other role is internal to us, is intrinsic to us, and that is a team role. If a team role is that of an individual, functional role is what it does. Team role is what that person is, what that person does in some other context, in some other way as well. What is this team role? Dr. Belbin discovered team role as a tendency to behave, contribute, and interrelate with others in a particular way. A tendency to behave, contribute, and interrelate with others in a particular way. Let me look at this word tendency. What does tendency mean? Just take about 5 seconds and send in some text messages. What is the meaning of the word tendency? What does tendency indicate? Come on, guys, tendency. Approach, Deepak. Of course, it's approach, you're right. Or inclination, Vidya. Yes. Vidya, I think I've seen you in a couple of webinars earlier as well. Okay. Most likely the way they behave, Shamsunda. Oh, yes, absolutely. A tendency is a natural orientation. You're right, a probability of occurrence of something I do. A tendency is a natural inclination, a kind of temperament, a kind of interest I show in a particular way of working, a particular task, a particular activity, a tendency to behave. We all behave in different ways. We all have certain preferences of behavior. I'm sure all you guys have regular breakfast as well. Okay, can any of you quickly just send a message? What's your favorite dish for breakfast? Not what you get to eat, but what's your favorite dish? You can eat it every day, allowed to eat. Let's see what can be some favorite dishes for breakfast. Some chat box, please. Oh, Swishali, my God, so healthy. Idli bala, that's lovely. At least it's a little bit different. Okay, that's also healthy. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, dosa. Oh, yes, of course, you can eat dosa every day. Waffles, oh, fantastic. My God, fruits and hoppers. Hoppers, oh, like the lovely string hoppers in Sri Lanka, which of course is now going through a bad period. Fruits, upma, oh yes. So you have, the moment I ask you, what's your favorite dish for breakfast? You just popped in an answer so quickly. It's at the top of the mind. It's probably in your heart very quickly. We all have our favorite dishes for breakfast. So such a simple stuff in life. That means we have our favorite aspects of behavior. We all have a tendency to behave, contribute. We all contribute differently. Some contribute through ideas. Some contribute through actions. Some contribute through analysis. Some contribute through relationship. Some contribute through knowledge. Some people can contribute to, give me the people, I will facilitate everyone to get some results. Some people say, I can contribute by refining it, by perfecting it, by polishing it. You know, when you have a nice interior decoration done for your home, good furnishing being done, you're one guy who comes at the end of it, works for 10, 15 days, takes the longest time, keeps the whole wood shining and gleaming. He contributes that way. He doesn't make a chair, but he makes the chair done beautifully gleaming and shining. So we all contribute differently. and interrelate with others. There's some guys walk into the airport, go to the departure lounge, a little empty. They're looking for some known face. They can't sit even for those 20 minutes time before the boarding is announced without talking to anyone. There's some people who walk in, look for a quiet corner. My God, I hope I don't see someone I know. I've got some little work to do. I would rather be a little quiet. Both are relating to people in a different way. So a tendency to behave, contribute, and interrelate with others in a particular way, that's a team role. Functional role, which is honest, internal team role, which is insiders. That's a team role. And Meredith discovered 9 team roles. And the beauty is, all of us have got all the 9 team roles. I'm sure Yogesh eats upma, something he'll eat a dosa as well. Deepak loves fruits, and I'm sure occasionally you'll have a nice buttered toast as well. So we all have all the 9 team roles. And these 9 team roles can be beautifully bucketed under 3 lovely boxes. One is task or action-related team roles. That means these team roles, the primary drive, the primary motivation, the primary inclination is on tasks and goals. 3 different types of them. A shaper with a whip in the hand. And you can see 2 little nice, one little nice smiley, otherwise a little grumpy one. Challenging, dynamic, goal-oriented, has drive and courage. Prone to provocation, and can be blunt and upset people. Some people really have a high level of goal orientation. But in the process of goal orientation, the person can upset people, can be blunt. The shaper. The second task of action-oriented team role is an implementer. You can see the lovely symbol of an implementer. The implementer actually is like a gear transmission, does the same thing again and again and again, but otherwise the things just won't move. What does an implementer do? Process-driven, disciplined, organized, efficient, turns ideas into action. But because he's so process-driven, he can be somewhat inflexible. Let's just follow the process. Don't change anything. Don't bring in something new, please. Slow to respond to new ideas and approaches. Shaper, implementer, and the polisher, perfection polisher, the completer finisher, who operates that spanner. You got to tighten the ball precisely. A little more, the wheels won't move. A little less, the wheels come off. It's got to be just right. Accurate, conscientious, meticulous perfectionist, inclined to worry unduly, reluctant to delegate. I'm just not so sure where others can do it so well. Shaper, implementer, completer, finisher, 3 task action-related team roles. We all have it, isn't it true? Absolutely. All right, let me just ask you quickly, can any one of you here in this little lovely webinar room, can you quickly tell me, hey Ravi, I think I'm a little bit like an implementer. I can see my completer finish a little bit more there. Any quick, some top of the mind, some pop-ups coming in? Yeah, some ideas? Just a few quickly. Any of these 3 say, hey, that's little me. Sai, oh, you're probably shaper. Vishali, you're probably a shaper, you're saying it. Okay, a shaper identifies quickly maybe. Looks like an implementer, Yogesh. Okay, so you can just sense it a little bit. Yeah, you can feel that, of course. Yes, currently we do is implementer. Maybe due to role, I don't know. Vidya goes, maybe completer finisher. You like to keep everything nice and smart and accurate and meticulous. Vidya looks like that perhaps. Okay, so you've got some nice little things coming in there. So that's the 3 team roles. Let's look at the next one. The first one is hands and feet moving. The second one is the heart which keeps beating. Team or social related team role. A little bit of emotion there, slight touch of emotions coming in there. You have a resource investigator with a phone in the hand, the mobile in the hand, the Facebook in the morning, the WhatsApp groups, I don't know how many groups have in. That's a resource investigator. Enthusiastic, communicative, explores opportunities, develops contacts. But the challenge is, can be sometimes over-optimistic, can become easily bored, and can't pursue the same thing. Let me do something else. The resource investigator has a tremendous ability to network outside, can almost find a connection anywhere in the world. He has always got a friend somewhere, some part of the world, and through someone. That's a resource investigator. You've got someone who handles the baton, wields the baton, gets people together, doesn't produce music himself, but gets everyone to produce that outstanding music. Imagine a beautiful orchestra without the coordinator. So some of us must be thinking, hey, wait a minute, what's the coordinator actually doing? He's not playing anything, he's not singing, and people seem to have something in front of them, they seem to follow that. What's this man doing, this person doing? But without him, the music doesn't happen. And calm, confident, clarifies goal, promotes joint decision making. A shaper tells, a coordinator steers. A shaper says, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, or you do it this way. A coordinator says, how do you think we can do it? Let's hear some views, and then steers them effectively. Can be seen at times a bit manipulating, offloads personal work. Sometimes we don't know what the coordinator is doing. So a resource investigator, a coordinator, and hand in hand, caring, supportive, helpful, diplomatic team worker. Cooperative, caring, diplomatic, sensitive, averse friction. But because I care for people so much, my feelings level is so high, I could be indecisive when faced with tough decisions, because any decision can hurt people. So how can I hurt people? The team worker. Shaper, implementer, computer finisher, coordinator, resource investigator, team worker, the 6 team roles. We've got the head, no. We've got the hands, of course. We've got the feet, we've got the heart. But there's something which works right on top of that, the thinking or individual related team roles. So, 3 more. The person who ideates, who creates, who is original, who is innovative, always looking at idea, the plant. Hey, come on, what is he called a plant? He plants an idea, he plants a seed, he plants a thought in people. Creative, imaginative, original, offers new ways of doing things. But because he's churning in the mind, his mind is constantly working, he's preoccupied by thoughts and not communicating. Hey, what's he doing? He's thinking. Oh, come on, what's he thinking? He's actually communicating within himself. His thoughts are flowing. That's a plant. That's the right side of the brain. Of course, you need the other side of the brain to dissect. Plant synthesizes. The other person dissects, analyzes, looks at things logically, needs data, loves figures, loves analysis, definitely. So a monitor evaluator. And what does a monitor evaluator do? Logical, the third eye in the center, unbiased, non-judgmental, judges impartially, logical, analytical, discerning, makes decisions based on facts. Give me facts. Give me facts for breakfast, facts for lunch, facts for dinner. I love facts. I love Excel. I want to look at numbers. Numbers tell the truth. Nothing else tells the truth. Appears a bit slow moving because I want to be cautious. I can see from a distance that little pothole, the humps on the road. Don't drive too fast, you're going to fall. By the time he says and other person realizes, the shaper driver is jumping on the hump. There's a thud over there. Lacks drive and may appear a bit inspiring. Data don't inspire. Thoughts inspire. Feeling inspires. Touch inspires. That's the monitor evaluator. So the right brain, the left brain, there's another guy who devours knowledge, who absorbs knowledge like a lovely blotting paper. Pick up everything, pick up everything. I got a whole suite of knowledge on this topic. Tell me what you want. Here it is, here it is. I know what's happening, the best in the world in this. Not anything which is happening, but the best in the world, the specialist. Deeper and deeper. The more and more I read, the more and more I study, I seem to realize, oh, there's so much more that I have to learn. That's the beauty of a specialist. And what does a specialist do? Single-minded in a particular area, a particular subject, a particular pursuit of knowledge, motivated by the sheer knowledge itself. Knowledge for the joy of knowledge itself, amazing. But there's always a weakness. Contributes on a narrow frame, dwells on technicalities. Contributes on a narrow frame, dwells on technicalities. So, the 9 team roles: shaper, implementer, computer finisher, resource investigator, coordinator, and your team worker, plan, monitor, evaluator, and specialist. I'm just going to give a little quiz to you guys for a few moments. You look at all the 9 team roles, and each of them I've given you strengths and some little weaknesses at the bottom as well. If you can connect the strengths and weaknesses in each of the team roles, there is one common thread that you can spot between the strength and the weakness. Every strength, the weakness, if you compare. If you look at the strengths bundle, if you look at the weakness bundle, you can see connection. And the connection is there in every team role. Can somebody spot it? 10-second stars, a little bit of thinking time and time for your thumbs and fingers to work on your mobiles. Come on. What can be the connection between the two? I want to see some connections. Come on. 10 seconds. A little bit of thinking time. Yeah, somebody should start the process. We see some connection between the strengths and the weaknesses. And that can be a great discovery. It's an amazing discovery, an amazing truth. What brings in energy to the individual? Sharp, okay, all right. Okay, Dhanraj, I think something interesting you're saying. Logical, analytical takes some time. So slow moving is possible. Oh, I think it's just coming in beautifully there. All right. Therefore, do you see a little connection between the two? Action is faster, we affect socially. Okay, possible. I'm not even asking you to compare the three buckets. Look at each bucket. What's a connector? Okay, Deshpande Abhijit has got something nice to say. Strengths of same team roles or weakness of others? Maybe. Oh, where's that? Who's that guy below? Yes. Excess of positive leads to negative below. That's amazing, Vila. That's fantastic. I think that's what exactly a few moments back, I think Dhanraj mentioned nicely. Logical, analytical takes some time. So slow moving is possible. So can I say, Dhanraj, good to be logical, good to be analytical, because it's important. But if I'm overly analytical, if I'm overly logical, if I'm extremely analytical, extremely logical, I could become slow-moving. If I'm extremely goal-oriented, I could be blunt to people. If I'm extremely imaginative, I could be least communicative. If I have tremendous amount of energy with the outside world, I could get bored very quickly. Therefore, friends, the biggest lesson, greatest time, when I learned Belbin 16 years ago, they shook me like a tornado shakes an island. Extreme strength is a weakness. Many times what we realize is, or what we think is, what I have, if you don't have, it becomes your weakness. No, because I think I have it. I'm analytical. Let's say, for example, Abhijit is not analytical. At least for the time being, I'm saying it. Abhijit must be, I don't know. I think, oh, Abhijit is not analytical. Abhijit's weakness is analytical. That's because what I have is a strength. What you don't have, if you don't have the same, becomes a weakness. That makes the whole world different. But instead, if I look at extreme strength as a weakness, all it means is that I must get my strength right. I must perfect my strength. If I don't have something much, it doesn't matter. But what I have must become very good. And of course, I must recognize my weaknesses. So, 9 team roles of Meredith Belbin, the path-breaking discovery. And look at all these words. They're simple English words. So, it's all behavior. Therefore, if you look at Belbin team roles, all of us have got all the 9 teams within each of us. There's no one, God has never been unkind to say, no, I don't have a plant in you at all. No, I probably have a little bit of that. Okay, so all of us have got all the 9 teams. Some are our idlis like Bala, some are the oats and preferred team roles, and some are our manageable team roles. I can live with it. I can handle it. I can do quite a good job of that as well. And some are least preferred team role. I mean, I can't do that. Ask me to go and meet somebody. I can do it right now. Ask me to sit down and analyze. I can't do that. Maybe today I will do, but don't ask me to do every day, sit and analyze. I can't do that. You just ask me to go and meet someone, make those connections, make the guy come there, I can do that. Some are preferred team roles, some are manageable team roles, some are least preferred team roles. So, all of us have got all the 9 team roles. It's just a matter of our preference, our manageability, and the release. And what kind of behavior demonstrate the team roles? Simple. We are what we repeatedly do. Everyone in the world, people we work with us, our family, friends, they can spot our repetitive behavior because repetitive behavior becomes a habit. Is observable clearly. Even one-off behavior can be noticed because, and sometimes you must have noticed it, the boss who normally talks, today is quiet in the meeting. You come out of the meeting and say, what happened today? The guy normally talks. Today is a little bit quiet. Something is wrong. Something must be happening. We can spot one-off behavior. You go home, normally a little chirpy when you reach home. One day you reach home, just dump your briefcase on the sofa, sit down, just sit down. I'm sure your 5-year-old son or daughter will spot and say, Papa, Mama, maybe something not right today. So we are what we repeatedly do, and just as the world is intelligent enough to stop, observe behaviors, both repetitive or one-off behavior. That's Belbin rules. So we all have preferences. We all have manageability. We all have our least preferences. Not what we dislike, but we don't like it. It's a little bit different. So how can this help us to make ourselves productive? How can we help us to make our organization, our team productive? Belbin for productivity. Belbin has a myriad of applications. It's so wide, so amazing, so powerful. I thought for this webinar, we'll choose this topic of productivity. Everyone wants to be productive, isn't it true? Everyone studying this webinar wants to be productive. We all want to be productive. At the end of the day, when I go home, I want to sit back and say, yeah, I've been productive today. Yeah, I could do some nice stuff today. That's productivity. So Belbin for productivity. Individual productivity and organizational team productivity. Individual productivity. Productivity on a personal level comes from three things. The combination of these three circles, the confluence of these three circles builds our productivity quotient, our ability to be more productive. Number one is that our ability in terms of our knowledge and skills in the job. Do I have the knowledge to do the job? Do I have the skills to do the job? A combination of knowledge and skills is a vital habit. Virat Kohli knows how to bat well. Skilled person, productivity is good. Andrew Russell, yesterday night was amazing. Absolutely, he made the difference. He had the ability, the skills to hit the ball for a T20. Knowledge and skills makes a great improvement in productivity, is vital for productivity. Second, which is very vital, very important is, I should have the orientation to do that. I have the knowledge, I can cook, but I don't like cooking. Or rather, order through Swiggy and Zomato. Orientation. Orientation to any task. There are a lot of people who have a knowledge and skill, but don't have that orientation. Productivity suffers. Do I have the right orientation to something? Do I have the orientation at all to the task and activity? Third, which as productivity enhances productivity, is what I would call opportunities. I need opportunities to be productive. I need to play the game. If I don't play the game, I can't use my knowledge and skills. I can't use my orientation to that extent. I still find a way perhaps. So knowledge and skills, orientation, and opportunities lead to productivity. Putting it a little bit different terms, but this is so basic and fundamental. And what is basic, I always think is very valuable. That means all of us have got two things which, when nicely combined together, produce a fantastic effect. I want to take up a job. One of you guys is offering me a job as a sales head. The first question that you're going to ask is Ravi eligible for the sales head job? Is he eligible? Can you quickly tell me by your text messages, what do you think can come under eligibility? Come on, 10 seconds, please, guys. I need to take a short break, just a breathing break, that's it. 10 seconds. Oh, Bala, qualifications, experience. Somebody else, experience. Oh, Deepak, hold on, Deepak. Yes, okay. Yes. Send it to everybody. Education, yes, of course. Skills, oh yes. I mean, you guys are pretty fast as expected. So, skills, qualifications, and experience. Yeah, I have the skills to do the job. I have the basic ability in terms of qualifications. I'm a graduate, engineer, etc. And I have experience of being sales. So skills, qualification, experience is eligibility. But there's something else which is extremely vital, and that is suitability. Somebody said very nicely just a few moments ago, I think it was, yeah, suitability, yes. I see, yeah, does Deepak said suitability? Yes, Deepak, okay, right. Now, can you tell me quickly what comes under suitability? Just a few moments of your thumbs pressing the buttons. Yeah, job fit. Yeah, okay. Fit comes, yeah, you're right. Fit, of course, yes. Role, competitive, right person for the right job, understanding of the role, play. All right, okay, can you put some simple term? Domain knowledge is more of eligibility. Okay, somebody used the word attitude sometime a few minutes earlier. I think it was Sai used the word for one more person. I just forgot. Attitude. Replace just one letter in that attitude. You get a new word, and that's amazing. Attitude. Replace just one letter in that word. Come on, do a little quiz. Attitude. Change just one letter. Oh, yes, Deepak, you got it bang on. Deepak got it, Sai got it, everyone got it. That's fantastic. Okay, so that is behavioral tendencies, temperament, and aptitude. This word attitude is a little complex one. I've been in this field for about 42 years. I somehow feel that word attitude I use when I don't understand something. But aptitude, I can understand it well. Behavioral tendencies, temperament, and Saurabh used the word engagement and orientation, temperament. Brilliant, absolutely. So you have the three ones: temperament, tendencies, and aptitude. Therefore, redrawing the circle once again, productivity is a function of a certain level of building your eligibility, starting with a good eligibility and constantly making yourself more and more eligible. The more you are eligible, nobody can stop you. The more you are eligible, you can't be ignored. The more you are eligible, you have to get it. That's eligibility. Number two is make sure using our suitability, putting that effort. Yes, I have orientation to do, but I don't do much about it. I'm a little lazy, it won't work. Use my suitability. And of course, if I have both and I have that little orientation, seek opportunities, grabbing opportunities. When I use the word grab, a little bit more positive, not grabbing in a funny way. Seek opportunities. Therefore, build your eligibility, use your suitability, seek opportunity. And if you want to use your suitability, recognize your suitability. You can feel it. Of course, you can test it out as well. So, three things that contribute to productivity: eligibility building, use of suitability, and seeking opportunities. So, I want to give you something to carry home. 7 actions to enhance your personal productivity. 7 beautiful, simple rules, norms, practices, advices, whatever you call it. Number 1, seek to understand the intricacies of the role well by spending time at the grassroots level. The more you understand your role, whatever role you are doing it, get down to the bottom. Like getting down to the Swiss position, the German position. Seek to understand the intricacies of the role well by spending time at the grassroots. Then your ability to manage your productivity will be substantially higher. Number 2, have powerful business conversations in your business, because productivity means is a linkage to business. Anything is productive leads to either increasing an outcome or reducing the input for outcome. Productivity is a business word. Productivity is a business language. Productivity is measurable, tangible, is right on the face. Have powerful business conversations with others, with people you know, formal and informal. Number 3, take time to understand what makes you productive. And one simple old thumb rule is, when you want to do something, whatever task you are doing, just be there fully. Immerse yourself. There are 100 things to think about. It doesn't work. Like a good singer sings, very productive, doesn't think of anything else. Somebody works on a machine, totally concentrating, very productive. Somebody is polishing, very productive, because the polish shines beautiful because he's there. Take time to understand what makes you productive. Just be there. Number 4, perfect your strengths. Whatever strengths you have, you could be a shaper. Be a great shaper. Remove the bluntness if you have the bluntness. Be a great monitor evaluator, but if you are obsessed towards analysis and that slows down everything. Take it off a little bit. A diamond shines when you remove, not when you add. Perfecting your strengths is not adding to strength, is removing the jagged edges. Oh, we all have our jagged edges. So look at your strengths, remove those little burrs, and then your productivity goes up. Number 5, recognize what is not your natural orientation. It does not mean you won't do. You will not be best at it. You can use it occasionally. You should use it, but take the help of others. The moment you recognize what is not your natural orientation, you also recognize that someone else says what not is natural orientation, and that makes working very effective in terms of productivity. Number 6, seek to complement your weaknesses with other strengths. We all have it. Make your strength perfect and complement your weakness with other strength. Seek help, take help. They'll be willing to take help from you as well. Work on that to become more productive. Number 7, respect diversity of people and build an ecosystem to help you to be more productive. All of us, to be individually productive, we need a little small, tiny ecosystem around us. And that ecosystem has a diversity which will help you to be more productive. 7 things that will help you to be more productive. That's on a personal level. But what about team? What about organization? The leader's role is to enhance the team productivity. If you're a leader responsible for a group of people, how do you enhance the team productivity? 1, align the jobs with the natural strengths of people. Look at what people can do very best and see if you can align the job. It does not mean they won't do other things, but this will become an important part of the job, a critical part of the job. Look for it, seek that, and try to work that. Make the jigsaw work together. Number 2, it takes time and effort to understand the person's inclination preferences. It's not overnight. It's not in jiffy. It takes time. A leader needs to take time and efforts to understand the person's inclination. Number 3, help people build their capability, because eligibility must become better and better. With lovely suitability and a great eligibility, the performance can improve for the team as a whole. Avoid the qualifications, everything's true. Qualifications are important, but not everything. Eligibility is not everything. It's important, but not everything. Focus on suitability and building the eligibility through several ways of doing things. Number 5, focus on strengths of people, sharpen them, get the best out of what one can be. I think it's important to focus on strengths and get the best out of people, and that makes life far more effective. 5 things to make your team more productive. A little bit for reinforcement, some little hard evidence. A Harvard survey says engaged teams equal to more productive teams. What is engaged teams? Number 1, very, very simply, look at engaged teams. Engaged teams are twice as likely to remain on job, productivity up to 2.5 times more, lower absence rates, better on-job safety practices in a manufacturing environment, fewer quality defects, and possibly lesser dishonesty. In a nutshell, productive teams equal to more loyal customers, high growth, and bigger profits. These are humongous gains, and productivity comes beautifully built on the foundation of Belbin team roles. Want to have a game? The choice is yours to make it. Look at Belbin team roles, look at your strengths, perfect them, and complement your weaknesses. And the 3 circles of knowledge and skills, orientation and aptitude, seek opportunities. Productivity is yours, and the great thing about productivity is there is no limit to productivity. Sky is a limit. Nobody is perfect, but the team can be. Thank you very much. Any thoughts, any questions, anything you want, ask, you can write to me. And if in the meantime, you have anything to say, anything to add, you're most welcome to do that. Right. I think Belbin, somebody asked a question. Belbin has my answer is Belbin has a great predictability of orientation as it is based on self and observer assessment. It measures behavior. And the simplest definition of behavior is what you say and what you do. So Belbin is a language of human behavior, predictor of human behavior. Orientation, aptitude is demonstrated only by behavior, not by what you think inside, but what comes out is aptitude and orientation. So Belbin, as a standalone, is a most powerful measure of orientation and aptitude. Thank you, sir, for the question. Yes, Shamsundar, I could connect the way the roles were framed into action, social thinking. Yes, I mean, isn't it so simple? Isn't it? Absolutely, you can immediately relate because everyone knows our behavior, good or bad, right or wrong. People see that. That's amazing. Absolutely. Yes, Sham, you are right. Remember, all have all the roles, but some are preferable. And that's again the beauty. We don't pigeonhole. We are a fabric. Some colors are stronger, and some colors are normal. Some colors are light, subtle shades. All of us have got it. And the beauty is that we can use all, but preferred, manageable. And that's how we can complement and the productivity can go up significantly. All right, thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely evening. Have a productive rest of the day.